Hello and welcome to Carmen Miller's Talk of the Town, Carolinas. I'm your host, Patty Mercer, here at the Museum of York County. Are you ready to explore? Let's go. Lots of activity. It's a Saturday.
It's a fun Saturday.
It's a fun Saturday. Apparently Saturdays are always fun. Tell me about some of the programs you have for everyone, pretty much of all ages.
Well, for instance, today we have Come Draw With Me, which is an annual program. We also do a lot of things on Saturdays for families and also once in a while for just adults. So we have different variety of programs. It's on our website calendar, and we also have flyers available, but we do anything and everything that interests you about natural history. So we're a natural history museum, so we're trying to hit on the flora and fauna of the Carolina Piedmont. And so our planning is around that idea that we're going to bring in things that bring art and science together, or maybe art and education, art and literacy. So we do a lot of different themes.
What is the mission of the museum here?
Well, really the musician, if I have to boil it down and make it really simple, it is connecting people to place, connecting us to our neighborhood or to our backyard. So the natural history of the Carolina Piedmont.
Yes.
It's a little more complicated than that, but if I just have to say it really simple, natural history of the Carolina Piedmont.
Of course, behind us, we have art in progress.
We do.
So today is Come Draw With Me.
Mm-hmm. It's a really special day. We do it once a year, and it's always in January, and children are invited to come, and families, and we have adult artists that come that want to learn tips and techniques from some of our student artists, or we also have professional artists here today.
We have a little over 65 fine arts individuals working in the county. Most of what we do, and most of what I do, is do project outreach. And as an educator, when I had a little 7-year-old come up to me, he pulled on my coat and he said, "Would you like my painting?" I said, "I'd love to." That's all it takes. For an educator, you've got to encourage youth and the arts. So that's essentially what the exhibit is about, among the fact that it's flora and fauna of the Piedmont. But it's very important to have Come Draw With Me, with the little kids come in, young adults even, teenagers, and they participate.
The room that we're standing in obviously is what I remember
Special.
from my childhood. Can you describe it?
This is our natural center, and we call it a lab, kind of learning center, and so it has over 2,000 specimens that are here because we had a Smithsonian grant. We're a Smithsonian affiliate.
Good to
and
know.
So
I'm glad you're open today.
We are, and we have all these cabinets, and they have specimens in them that you can take out and handle. So it's a touch room. So it's very
Wow.
special in that sense. Most museums don't allow you to touch their artifacts. So we have an education collection, and we allow kids to touch.
Those that are moving into our area that are first, are discovering or yet to discover, how do you get all this good stuff out for others to find?
One thing that I always like to tell people, especially newcomers, we're a great place to start. If you're moving from California, from the north, and you're brand new and saying, "What is this place?" Come here, because really our mission is to tell people about the natural history or the nature of the Carolina Piedmont. So what is this stuff around us? What are the plants, the animals, the trees? So that's really what we're all about.
And then you also have other parts, other rooms to explore. You have a
do.
planetarium. What else
Yeah.
do you have here that we're going to learn about today?
Well, we have the planetarium, and it does have programs 3:30 every day, so it's available. We have Tot Town, which is after Vernon Grant, who was an illustrator artist here in Rock Hill. We also have the African Hall. We call it the Stands Hall, and it has taxidermy animals that are probably on par with the Smithsonian. They're really nicely done, and they've been here for about 50 years.
Wow.
So
And we think of, Night in the Museum?
we have, you think about Night in the Museum. We don't have big dinosaurs here because they aren't in the Piedmont. We have little dinosaur things, but the animals, I've been
Big
here.
bears.
I've been here pretty late, and I've never seen anything walking around, so
Are you
I don't
sure?
know.
I'd be a little worried about that guy, though.
The sloth is fairly large, although we have to remember he's a model.
We are standing in front of the Piedmont Perspectives artworks by the Catawba River Art Guild. Of course, the Catawba River is very much part of York County. And we talk about art, we talk about everything within this museum really is a reflection of our environment.
Correct. And one thing that our friends at the Catawba River Art Guild have done is all of their artworks are reflections of the Piedmont, the plants and animals. So that's what the entire show is that we have at the moment. And when we talk about the Catawba River Art Guild, they're one of our friends or our partners. We really try to connect with the community. Another good reason for newcomers to come in and connect with us.
This piece here is something that you painted. What inspired you to choose this backdrop to recreate through art?
Actually, it was the pine borers. It's these little beetles that destroy the pine in the Piedmont, the pine forest. So I decided to take a photo of some of these destroyed pines and then some of the living pines that are next to be consumed, and kind of explored that as sort of Mother Nature's way of growth.
And how old is the museum?
The museum started, and I'm going to rack my brain, really in the 1950s, but we've come a long way. So we do have people who have lived here all their lives and will come back and go, well, this isn't what I remember. I think even you said that.
Exactly. It's always evolving. And I think that's very important because sometimes there's the idea that if you've already gone, there's no reason to go back. You would say what?
I would say come on back because it is always changing. We change exhibitions, as I think you mentioned, programs. We've worked really hard to keep fresh programs, so there's always something new to see.
Everything from rocks to the animals to art, the birds.
Yeah, shell collection. We have almost anything you can think of with natural history.
Yes, and of course,
That's
you
it.
guys are under the Culture and Heritage Museum.
We are. They're like an umbrella organization for us, and we also include sites like the Main Street Children's Museum downtown in Rock Hill. We also have the historic Brattonsville site, which is out in McConnell's. And so we have a lot of other sites that we also have activities at. Tonight there's a concert at McKelvey Center.
And funding. I mean, when I think about what you offer for a membership, it's so affordable and yet you've got so many cool things. It doesn't seem like enough.
Yeah.
How do you guys manage?
We are, and I agree, we are a great deal. Membership for us is, for me, it's easy to sell because I think it's a great value for a family membership. Just to do our little advertisement, it's $85 for a family, and it includes all of our sites. And I know you've talked about our other sites, the Main Street Children's Museum, Historic Brattonsville, the McKelvey Center, the Historical Center of York County, and the Museum of York County. So it is a great deal.
You also have volunteer opportunities.
We do, and I will do the shout out for great volunteers and our staff. Love my team. They are great people. And our volunteers really help it to pull it all together and make it happen. When we don't have enough hands, we call out on volunteers. So we always have opportunities. We're always looking for more volunteers.
But I have a great staff here, and they're here for you. So when you come in, if you're doing a project for school or you want to do a little research, come in and they can talk with you. And they're here in the Natural Center every day.
Well, that's it for this edition of Carmen Miller's Talk of the Town Carolinas. If you'd like to see more beautiful homes in our area, simply go to homesfortmill.com, or maybe you're thinking about buying or selling your home. Remember to call Carmen Miller. Live where you love and love where you live. Until next time, this is Patty Mercer. Bye-bye.